Hello everyone. This is a sample aptitude test paper provided in the campus placements by TCS. The exam comprises of various components: quantitative aptitude, logical reasoning and data interpretation. In this video, we have covered all the quantitative aptitude questions. Now let us start solving the questions. The first question is, in a 200 meters race, A beats B by 20 meters, while in 100 meters race, B beats C by 5 meters. A beats C in a kilometer race by how many meters is a question. Here, they have not given details about the speed or the time taken. So what is given is, there is a 200 meters race which is won by A. It means when A covers 200 meters, B has covered 20 meters less. B has covered 180 meters. So the time taken for A to run 200 meters is same as the time taken by B to run 180 meters. This is the first scenario that they have given. Next is, in a 100 meters race, B beats C by 5 meters. Means B has won the race, means B has completed 100 meters. While B completes 100 meters, C is 5 meters behind. Means C can complete only 95 meters. Okay. Now we are supposed to find by how many meters does A beat C in a kilometer race. Means when A covers 1000 meters, how much does C cover? The difference between these two, the time taken by A to run 1000 meters in the same duration, how much distance can be covered by C? If we find out this value, difference between these two is the required answer. Now we need 1000 meters in A. Multiplying 5 here gives you 1000 meters. Now multiply 5 here as well. This gives you 900 meters. Okay. So by the time A covers 1000 meters, B can run for 900 meters. In that time, that is when B can run for 900 meters, how much time does C run? How much distance does C run? To find out that, we will make this B as 900 by multiplying 9. So this gives you 900 meters. So we write 9 here as well, which gives you 855 meters. Understood? The time taken by A to cover 1000 meters, during that duration, B covers 900 meters. While B covers 900 meters, C can cover 855 meters. So how much is the distance covered by C? 855 meters. The difference between these two is 145 meters. So the answer is option D. Now let us solve the next question. A person purchases tomatoes from each of the 4 places at the rate of 1 kg, 2 kg, 3 kg, 4 kg per rupee. On an average, he has purchased X kgs of tomatoes per rupee. So all these questions in TCS aptitude paper are very easy, but the questions are framed in a difficult way. The solutions are very easy. So you will have to first understand what is given in the question, which is the actual challenge here. So here the question given is, in the first place, the person is purchasing 1 kg for 1 rupee. In the second place, for 1 rupee, he will get 2 kgs. In the third place, he is getting 3 kgs for 1 rupee itself. Okay. And in the fourth place, 4 kgs. Total weight of the tomato that he has purchased is 1 kg plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, which is 10 kgs. Okay. And what is the total cost spent by him? Each place he has spent 1 rupee only. So the total cost is 4 rupees. So what is the average weight of tomatoes that he gets per rupee? Average weight per rupee is 10 kgs divided by 4 rupees, which is 2.5 kgs. Answer is option B. Now let us go to the next question. The next question is based on index numbers. Here value of 5 power 1 by 4 and 125 to the power 0.25 is what we are supposed to find. Here we need to use laws of indices in order to find the solution. So if we have two numbers with the same power, we can multiply them and write combined power. This is one of the law. And then if you have two numbers with the same base and different power, then you can combine them and add the powers. These are called as laws of indices. 5 power 1 by 4 into 125 power 0.25. 0.25 is nothing but 1 by 4 only. Since these two numbers have the same power, we use this first law and we combine the bases. We multiply bases and we combine the power. Now we will write 125 as 5 power 3 to the power 1 by 4. Now for this base, we will use this law. When we multiply two numbers with the same base and different powers, we will have to write the same base and sum of the powers will be the answer. Now we have 5 power 1 into 5 power 3. So which gives you 5 power 4 to the power 1 by 4. This gets cancelled and the answer is 5 power 1, which is your option A. Now the next question is, a sum of money doubles itself in 7 years. In how many years it becomes fourfold, means 4 times. Many students immediately they will think it doubles in 7 years. So to become 4 times, it will require 7 into 2, 14 years, which is a wrong answer. A sum of money doubles itself in 8 years means you have invested X rupees, okay, and you have earned interest also X rupees. So when the amount becomes doubled, it means original amount is X, interest earned is also X rupees, so that it becomes 2X. So if the invested amount is X rupees, to earn an interest that is also equal to the invested amount, it has taken 7 years. Now for this to become 4X rupees, you need to earn some more interest, which is X rupees. Again you need to earn another interest of X rupees, isn't it? So to earn this interest we need 7 years. For this again 7 years and this one 7 years. Understood? So the total time required to make the money 4 times is 21 years. So the answer is option D, 21. The next question is based on time, speed and distance. Here a fast train takes 3 hours less than a slow train for a journey of 600 km. If the speed of the slow train is 10 km per hour less than that of the fast train, speeds of the two trains are. So we are supposed to find speed of the two trains, and the difference between the speeds is 10 kilometers. First let us check the options if we can eliminate any option. So if we observe in all the options, the difference between the speeds is 10 only. So we cannot use options here to solve the question. We are supposed to find speeds of the two trains. Let us assume speed of the faster train is x kilometers per hour. Speed of the slow train is going to be x minus 10 kilometers per hour, because they have given the slower train travels 10 kilometer per hour less than that of the fast train. So speed is x minus 10. Now what is the time taken? Fast train takes 3 hours less than the slow train. So let us consider time taken by the fast train as t. We know that speed is distance divided by time, or we can write time as distance divided by speed, right? So what is the time taken by the fastest train? It is distance is 600 kilometer divided by speed of the faster train is x kilometers. Now what is the time taken by the slow train? 600 divided by x minus 10. Difference between this time is 3 hours, means faster train takes 3 hours less time than the slower train. So the time taken by slow train is more. From this, if I subtract the time taken by the faster train, we will get 3 hours. Whenever you get this type of instructions wherein unknown variable is in the denominator, okay, remember, if this unknown variable x is in the numerator, you can go ahead with solving the question. But if the unknown variable is in the denominator, then use the options, because this is going to take more time for simplification. Now let me take the first option A. As per first option A, we have 60 and 70 kilometers, means x needs to be 70 and x minus 10 is going to be 60. So let us find out. The lesser speed is 60 and the greater speed is 70. Okay. So let us see whether this is equal to 3 or not. 600 by 10 is 600 by 60 is 10 minus 78s are 560, so it is going to be 8.5 something, which is not equal to 3 hours. Okay, so our option A is wrong. Now let us check with option B, 50 and 60. So 50 is to be x minus 10 because that is less, and x should be 60. So let's check 600 by 50 minus 600 by 60. What is this value? 600 by 50 is 12 minus 600 by 60 is 10, which is equal to 2 but not 3. The difference is supposed to be 3 hours. So option B is also wrong. Now let us take option C. 600 divided by x minus 10 is a lesser speed, which is 40, minus 600 divided by, for x we have to take 50. Now check whether this is equal to 3. 60 by 4 is 15 minus 60 by 5. 60 by 5 is 12, which is equal to 3 hours. So option C is our correct answer. Let us solve the next question. When 75% of a number is added to 75, result is the same number. So this is a very easy question. See, there is a number 7, there is a number, you are adding 75% of it, means 3 by 4th of it, 3 by 4th of x, and then to that you are adding 75. That is giving you x itself. If you are getting the same number, if this is 75%, it means this is the 25%, right? That's why you are getting the original number x. So if 25% is 75, what will be 75%? Multiply 3 to this. So for 75, here you will get 225, which is 300. This is one way of solving. You can even frame equations and you can solve. That is 3 by 4x plus 75 equals to x. Same thing, you are going to get 75 equals to x minus 3 by 4x, which is equals to 1 by 4x. On simplification, you will get 75 into 4, which is 300. This is purely simplifying the equations, whereas the first method is where we are solving it using the concept of percentages. This is 75%. And this is the original number. Original number is always 100%. It means this has to be 25%. If this is 25%, multiply 4 to get 100%, which is 300. Coming to our next question. This is again a slightly tricky question. If 5 spiders can catch 5 flies in 5 minutes, how many flies can 100 spiders catch in 100 minutes? So we think 5 spiders, 5 flies, 5 minutes, therefore 100 spiders, 100 minutes and 100 flies. So that is our usual assumption, which is again wrong. So here you have to understand, all the spiders will not go and catch all these flies together, right? Each spider is catching a different fly. So for one spider to catch one fly, it is taking 5 minutes. Since we are considering 5 different spiders, each spider is catching a different fly. and that is taking 5 minutes, right? So one spider catches one fly in 5 minutes. Now we have 5 spiders like this. Each spider is catching one fly. Therefore, in 5 minutes, 5 spiders can catch 5 flies. Hope you understood this. Now, if you have understood, then you should know the time taken by one spider to catch one fly requires 5 minutes. Therefore, in 100 minutes, one spider can catch 20 flies. Okay, each spider requires 5 minutes to catch one fly. Since we have 100 minutes, each spider can catch 20 flies. Now, in this 100 minutes, one spider can catch 20 flies. And how many spiders do we have? We have 100 spiders. This 100 spiders can catch 2000 flies in the given 100 minutes. Okay, so the answer is option D, 2000. The next question is very similar to one of our previous questions. We had faster train, slower train, and the difference between the time taken and the difference between the speeds. Here also exactly same question is given, only the values are differing. We have to find speed of the bus and the car. What is the information given? Car travels 25 km faster than the bus per hour, and the journey is for 500 kilometers. So distance is 500 kilometers. Okay. Speed of bus is x kilometers per hour. Speed of the car is x plus 25 kilometers per hour, because they have given it travels 25 kilometers per hour faster, and bus takes 10 hours more time than the car. So whatever is the time taken by car, let us take it as t hours. Now time taken by bus is t plus 10 hours. As I told you, first let us look at the options. Speed of the bus and car is what we are supposed to find. Speed of the bus is x and speed of the car is x plus 25. Means the difference between these two values is going to be 25. Now let us see the options. Here the difference is 15, which cannot be the answer. And in the second option, option B, the difference is 35, which cannot be the answer again. If you check the third option, one of the answer is 25 and the other one is plus 25, which is 50. So that matches this information. Now we should also make sure it is the answer, because it should match this information also. None of these is there. Now we should make sure that this is the correct option, because we are just guessing. Time taken by bus, we will find out. Time taken is 500 divided by, this is supposed to be 25 and this is supposed to be 50. So 500 divided by 25 is 20 hours. Time taken by car is 500 divided by 50, which is 10 hours. So as you can see, the difference between 20 and 10 is 10 hours, which is also matching. Therefore, the correct answer here is option C, 25 and 50 kilometers. Now, ninth question is a very simple question. It is about profit percentage. An article is bought for 600 and sold for 750. We need to just find the gain percentage. A very simple, straightforward question. It is bought for 600, means this is a cost price. Sold for 750, therefore this is the selling price. What is the profit percentage or gain percentage? It is the profit divided by cost price into 100. Profit is selling price minus cost price, which is 150, divided by cost price is 600 into 100. This is 4 times, so 100 by 4 is 25%, which is option B. Now the last question of the video, we have two ratios given, P is to Q and Q is to R. We are supposed to find P is to Q is to R. We can call this as continued ratio or combined ratio. To find continued ratio or combined ratio, we need to combine these two ratios. For combining, we need to have at least one common element. See here, Q is a common component here. Now let us make this Q same in both the ratios, then we can just combine them. Now first check what is this P is to Q. We have 3 is to 4. And then what is Q is to R? 5 is to 6. The common element is this Q, which is 4 in one ratio, 5 in the other ratio. It is not same. We have to make it same in order to combine these two ratios. I will multiply this first ratio with 5 and second ratio I will multiply with 4 so that Q becomes equal. So what will be this ratio? Both the number in the ratio is to be multiplied with 5. So I get 15 is to 20. And this is going to be 20 is to 24. Now you can see Q is common. So we will combine the ratios. P is to Q is to R. P is this 15. Q is 20. R is 24. If this, after combining the ratio, if this ratio has any common factors, we need to cancel it and provide the answer in the simplest form. But here there are no common factors which is common for all the three numbers. Therefore, this is your final answer, which is option C, 15 is to 20 is to 24. Hope you understood all the 10 questions that we have solved here. If you have any specific questions that you want us to solve, or if you are preparing for any specific organizations, then you can reach out to us using the links provided in the description. We have mentioned our WhatsApp group link and our Telegram link and also our Instagram profile link in the description. Join us through our social media and like this video, share among your contacts, and also subscribe to the channel to get more such videos. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.